Kevin Grunlund. I'm a Thai-Norwegian boxer with a professional record of 2-0, currently fighting out of Lion's Head Boxing Academy. So before moving to Thailand, I was boxing out of Norway. I would be competing in amateur tournaments throughout Europe. I managed to meet and fight a lot of the top-level fighters there, so it's a good learning experience. My dad would travel around with me in Europe, and we'd just go to these tournaments and have these fights. So I chose to professionally debut in Thailand because I'm half Thai. I grew up here in Thailand. I wanted to kind of come back to the boxing culture here and kind of see where I could go with it. So when I first moved to Thailand to start boxing, I didn't actually do professional. We started off in the amateur circuit with my old Taekwondo teacher because he has boxing experience. And he actually introduced me to JR from Lion's Head when we were preparing for my first amateur fight here. And I really like the gym here because a lot of gyms in Thailand are Muay Thai centric, but here in Lion's Head, it's very Western boxing focused, which is what I really wanted to have. Like, they have a speed bag here. You don't see that in many gyms in Thailand. So transitioning from amateur style boxing to professional style boxing was, quite different. The styles are very, they contrast each other a lot because amateur, I find it's more about the speed. It's not as many rounds. You get to bounce around more. It's very more technical. Whereas with professional, I think it's more, could even say grounded. Like the hooks are different, the way you bounce around and move. And I kind of enjoy the professional style more. You kind of slow down and you kind of think more tactically almost throughout because there are more rounds. You gotta pace yourself. But I do find myself coming back to amateurs every now and then when I need to, start moving fast within the round. Western boxing in Thailand, I think, has throughout the years maybe come forward more. It's been promoted a lot more thanks to people like Mr. Alexander from Evolution Fight Series and Mr. Bank from Nakhon Luang. I think Western style boxing is becoming a lot more popular in Thailand. A lot of people are tuning in, watching the fights. The fighters are becoming more well-known. People are, they know about Western fighters as opposed to just knowing about Muay Thai. Thailand isn't just about Muay Thai now. We have Western boxing. This Western boxing scene is coming up. Boxing is on the come up in Thailand. I think it's becoming more internationally recognized now, thanks to all the promotions that are promoting it. Well, like with everybody, even the boxers are being affected by COVID-19. They can't train as well. There's not as much. The gyms are closing. There's nowhere to train. Maybe it's hard to find sparring partners. And I found there's a lot of news where a lot of boxers are retiring prematurely because of this. Like it's training is already hard, but adding in another layer of a pandemic makes it even more difficult. And those guys that are still out there, dealing with the pandemic and still training, I wish them all the best. I've been training, and I don't think my situation is that difficult. I'm pretty lucky to have a gym that I can come and train at. So I just wish all those other guys good luck. Keep fighting. So throughout my fight career, I've only fought at maybe the mid-tier levels. Never really managed to have the opportunity to fight for a big promotion or a big fight scene like Work Point Boxing. So it's a great opportunity, especially since it's just my third professional fight. I'm very fortunate that Mr. Bank is giving me the stage to showcase my talent, and hopefully I show everybody what I can do. Just like everything, my fight camp has been affected by the pandemic itself. We were supposed to do about a month and a half, 2 month camp, but because of cancellations, not due to anybody's fault, because of pandemic itself, the fight camp turned out to be 4 months. So that's it's a lot of wear and tear on the body for a 6-rounder. But I don't want to. I think of it in a more positive light. I get more time to prepare. I get more time to think about my style, what I'm gonna do. I think I need to look at it in a more positive light. More time to prepare equals a better fight. My opponent on Saturday is, I believe, taller than me, a lot taller than me. So, my game plan is to walk him down, wear and tear him down throughout each of the rounds, and hopefully get that knockout. And I got to do that by just relentless pressure on the guy.
ซ้อมมากับเควิน4 เดือนมาก็เหนื่อยนะครับเหนื่อยมากเลยครับเพราะคือว่าเควินเก็บกดมากๆเลยครับปล่อยทุกอย่างออกมาทิ้งทุกอย่างให้ผมหมดเลยครับต่อยผมแรงอะไรแบบนี้เขาโมโหอะไรเขาก็มาผมหมดเลยครับผมขอให้เขาชนะแล้วก็ขอให้ทุกคนมาซัพพอร์ตเขานะครับผมว่าเควินท็อป A3 ของคุณภาพของเควินก็คือดีเฟนส์ของเควินดีเฟนส์ของเขาพวกฟุตเวิร์กพวกเฮดมูฟเมนต์จะสวยมากด้านพวกคอมบิเนชันที่เขาเฟี้ยงออกมามันแน่นมากครับมันจะเขาต่อยแน่นมากเลยครับมันเป็นแบบคอมบิเนชันที่สวยที่สุดที่เขาเฟี้ยงที่ผมเคยเห็นมาก่อนนะครับแล้วก็เขาจะเป็นคนที่เขาจะเงียบมากแล้วก็เขามีเรื่องอะไรเขาจะเก็บไว้คนเดียวเขาจะไม่บอกคนอื่นนี่แหละสิ่งที่เขาดีอย่างหนึ่งก็คือว่าเขามีอะไรเขาไม่บอกคนอื่นเขาเก็บไว้คนเดียวแหละครับที่ผมเห็นอีกคนหนึ่งเขาสปาหรือว่าแข่งมาด้วยนะครับผมว่ามันจะเป็น challenge ให้เควินเพราะว่าเควินไม่เคยต่อยกับคนสูงขนาดนี้มาก่อนแต่เขาก็ยังดี1ก็คือว่าเขาได้ซ้อมกับผมก็สูงเท่าคู่แข่งเขา2ก็คือผมว่าเควินน่าจะ walk เขาได้แหละครับเพราะกับเขาทำใส่ผมได้เขาก็ต้องทำใส่คนที่น้ำหนักน้อยกว่าเขาได้อะครับแล้วก็3ผมว่าน่าจะได้ knock out นะครับแล้วกับเล่นตามแผนทุกอย่างได้ knock out แน่เลยครับ
So I just want to invite everybody to come watch my third professional fight on Saturday. You can tune in to it on Facebook, Workpoint on Facebook, and the Workpoint channel in Thailand. ก็ขอชวนทุกคนมาดูผมชกครั้งที่3วันเสาร์ที่25มาดูได้ที่ Facebook Workpoint หรือช่อง Workpoint ก็ได้ครับวันนี้